All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay. We still got another 2 minutes before. All right. We got 2 more minutes before we got our class to start. Okay. All right. Let me see. Is it we are in the correct platform or not? All right. Two. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're in the correct platform, but then not everyone. Okay, but then not everyone here yet, yeah? Okay, we have more numbers of students joining us today. Okay, all right. So by right, most of you is already here. Okay, let me just set on something here. Only me. All right, then I need to default the camera. All right, done. Okay, so for today class tutorial for 1 hour session, not much, yeah, we can do today because we only settled the first chapter. Am I right? We only settled the first chapter. And that's the reason why I want you to get into Moodle. I want you to get into APU Moodle. Let me just direct you where is it. All right. Here. Right, you may realize that in APU Moodle, right, I already switched my role as a student here. Okay, please go to the dashboard of Mobile and Wireless Technology 09-2021. It means that you're intact because you registered for this module on September 2021, right? And inside here, looking at this interface, hold on, let me just minimize a bit. Right? Actually, whatever that we got here, you can always tick it if you completed it. Like this one, no issue. Important announcement settle, right? So you just tick it. Okay, this one is the announcement about the code for our Microsoft team that day. And then this is the lecture slides. If you had downloaded all the lecture slides, please tick it. And today, I want you to focus more on here, supplementary materials. We got 2 different forums here. I repeat, for week number 1, yeah, we got the supplementary materials related to the forum of switch versus router. And another one, is it Wi-Fi booster is an example of repeater. So what I want you to do as student, when you click this, is actually a forum. You can provide your resources, your discussion, you know, for example, let's say I'm student A, I will click this, right? What are the topic? Let's say I don't want to talk about switch versus router. I just want to talk about, you know, a specific one. I want to give an example. Maybe I want to talk about dealing switch versus dealing router. Can also, or if you want to talk about the general topic given here, switch versus router, also no problem. Then you type in here, either you want to include images, right, or maybe an interesting video related to this, right? Make sure it's beneficial to all of us. Don't simply share the one that is not related. I need your cooperations in this, because when it comes to future final exam as well as future test and future assignment, this platform will be useful for you to gain some references. So maybe some of you, you just want to differentiate it in terms of text form, just post to forum. And then when you post it, actually your name, yeah, your name can be seen by others. So that's why make sure you come up with a proper material so that it can benefit others in order to answer to my question here. I just want you to discuss any discussions related to switch and router, because that day we already went through OSI model as well as TCP/IP model related to how different devices belongs to different layer. So I believe you understand the topics, yeah, the devices related to certain layer. Okay, and even when you post it, someone can even reply, you know, even provide some feedback related to it. Yeah, that's for the first question. And another forum that I open is another one is it Wi-Fi booster is an example of repeater. Okay, I already taught you what is physical layer and how is it actually physical layer. It's actually deal with bits, right? So repeater is one of the example of devices belongs to physical layer where it deals with bits as well. So I need you to research. When repeater deals with bits, is it Wi-Fi booster deals with bits as well? If it's deal with bits, means is it, we can say it is an example of repeater. So I need you to have a, you know, some evaluation or critiques or idea, yeah, in this forum. Nobody, you know, I don't say your answer is right or wrong until I seen your answer, then I can give comments on that. So please, yeah, I'm expecting everyone to participate, either to come up with a major discussion or just add on to whatever discussions that already provided by your classmate. Please use this tutorial time to research first about switch versus router and also Wi-Fi booster. What is it? Some of you might not aware what is it. Yeah, please, because in future, in our assignment, yeah, in our final exam also, you will use this information later on. Okay, clear? Clear or not? All right. Can I leave you for that, doing that until what time? How much time you need? 30 minutes? 30 minutes, can or not? All right, let me type the instructions in the meeting chat. Okay, 30 minutes. All right, or we make it 40 minutes. Now it's already 2:51. Okay, 35 minutes. 35 minutes for you to 35 minutes for all of you to provide your comments and discussions related to the topics given in Moodle. Right? So at now is 53, 3:10, 3:20. Okay. Okay. At 3:10, 3:10, 20. 3:10, 20. Okay. At 3:30. All right, 30. You need to provide discussion. Switch versus router. All right, there's a question, right? I provided there, the topics. So just reply or reflect towards that. Yeah. So what's the difference? You know, you no need to have a very long discussion. If you got one point to differentiate between switch and router, go ahead and put there. If you got images to differentiate, go ahead. If you got table, go ahead. All right. And even for the second question, you know, is why Wi-Fi booster is an example of repeater. If you said no, so what is it? You know, you can come up with your point. Yeah. All right. This is something like forum. Okay. At 3:30. And we will discuss in this platform. So I will mute my mic and I will off my camera to allocate more bandwidth. All right. At the same time, you can do same thing, no issue. But 3:30 p.m. we will get back here and discuss. All right. Clear? Clear. If you got question, just ask. Right? If you got question, ask in the meeting, or just communicate in this meeting chat platform. No issue. But appreciate if you can raise up your hand using raise hand features first before you communicate. Sometimes, you know, I'm surprised with your voice or what, you know, because I'm still communicate or what. All right? Okay. Understand or not?
Miss,
Yes.
I can use Moodle right now.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't
You
because
can use Moodle. No issue, no issue, no issue. Because I also cannot disable for some issue. Okay, means that no issue. I also cannot say anything because that one is out of my control. So what you can do, you can prepare the materials on your side. You just can paste in the meeting chat. But I don't want everyone to paste in the meeting chat. Only those who are having issue with Moodle. Right? Okay.
Thank you, Miss.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
All right, class done, 3:30 already. Okay, so let me share some of the answer provided by your classmates. All right, for those who having issue with Moodle, no issue. I take note all your names so that I aware why actually there actually some activity that we have in Moodle cannot be attended by certain students. So no issue. I just need to take note and I will consult admin what the solution actually they are doing. All right. Okay. So let me just share. Right. So you can see here. Okay. Right. There are two forums here. The first forums, I'm happy with most of the answer given by most of you. Okay, you can see that some of you really putting effort to describe what is switch, right? What is router, and then even to differentiate the switch and router provided with the resources. All right, this is actually a good approach. And for those who feel that you understand, you can always discuss. You can always discuss here. You can just reply. If you got question related to what being shared by Gavin, maybe you can ask. All right. So I need to have a discussion. Yeah, I need you to discuss. Right. And then even provided by Kwan Hao here. All right. We can see the same approach. And you can see as well, some student, they come up with a comparison table. Actually, when you come up with comparison table like this, it is preferable if you can have a criteria like this. In terms of function, what's the difference in terms of layer, which layer the devices belongs to, right? And it can provide the resources as well. Yeah, so that maybe we took it from certain website. So we have a link here. When we click the link, we can see the details. All right, thank you, Aiko, as well. Aiko also come up with some explanation here, provided by Sri as well. Right, in this one also same thing, some description about switch and router, and also description. Wow, this one a lot of differences and the resources there. But when it comes to exam, yeah, class, when it comes to exam, I appreciate if you can have a criteria in another column, right? I realized there's another answer provided by one of you. This one is in table form. We can have additional column for criteria. Like this, something like this. The key or criteria to differentiate it. Right? What mean by NAT? NAT. Anyone can explain NAT? Network address translation. Anyone can tell? What is network address translation while I'm actually assessing to your attendance? What is
translating private address to public address?
very good? Yes, network address translation is actually to what we call it, to convert the private address with public address. What is it to convert private to public? Private normally to be used within local area network, right? And public is to be used within remote connections or within connections to other local area network or to other remote network. Hold on, class. Just down tutorial. All right, so you all aware what is NAT. All right, next one. Oops, not this one. And I realized there's one more answers. All right, here is very clear, simplified. All right, but then Vincong, if you have a reference, where you actually got the details of each of these, but I know you actually work out on your own, but it's just that maybe you have explanation related to it. Maybe you can have below the table or certain link to connect to the details. This one also a good table, but it's better if you can have another column based on certain key or criteria. I saw one diagram just now. Same comments, this one. This picture is very good as well. It shows where we use switch and where we use router. Okay. At least you can see the differences from the diagram. This one is interesting. I like this. This one is what we call as what we call it the term. This student got it from these references, no issue. But this one, not everyone can get or can find materials from billions of materials out there. That's why I do this forum. So for some of you can get it, yeah, they can share. This one is what we call as infographic. Yes, infographic. You can see how the pictures being used next to the description in order to attract you to understand. Okay. Right, same goes. If you any of this part you do not understand, please come up with the discussion here. All right, and even you can ask me if there's some area that you not understand. All right, this is also another good diagram being shared. All right, but it's just that if you know another criteria or another column on the left side to differentiate which part is actually based on what. Like this one, this one is the differences in terms of type of IP address or example of the address that they addressing deal by different devices. What else? The rest, this one is also good. We have criteria and come up with the differences. So you can see here how many materials out there you can refer to. Right? Wonderful. Okay. Same goes to this one. The second tutorial, the second forum. Actually, Wi-Fi booster is a repeater, right? But then some of you might confuse between repeater and extenders, right? We will have this discussion more in next week topic, yeah, because we will learn about wireless repeater next week. We will learn about wireless switch next week. But since most of your friends or classmates actually come up with a very good details here, maybe we can take a look over this weekend for your independent study. Remember, you need to spend around 4 to 5 hours every week, right, for a certain module. So you can go through the material available here. I'm expecting anyone can share Wi-Fi booster. No, none. It's all about description. No issue. Okay, so let me just check the attendance. Any question, class? So I hope based on today's activities, it will build up your understanding about switch and router, which we will detail up in next week chapter. Chapter number 2 is about wireless infrastructure devices. Okay. Another thing, if you do not have any question after you take your attendance, no issue for you to leave. As usual, for those who are having issues with attendance, it means that maybe you cannot capture the QR code and you also cannot share the OTP number. Please, please let me know immediately by this week before another attendance comes in next week. All right. So this weekend, right? Maybe you can take a look in, all the materials that being shared by your classmates in the forum, so that next week you can have a better understanding about chapter number 2. All right, class? Till then, take care. If still got question, please ask. We still got another 5 minutes. All right. And those who having issue with Moodle, no issue to personally private message me to submit your answer. Appreciate that as well. All right. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Miss.
Welcome. Oh my God, I disconnect the attendance. All right, there you go.
Madam, I didn't do the Wi-Fi booster question because got the Moodle problem. Is it okay?
No problem, Gavin. I said as long as either one, right?
Oh, okay.
If you
Thank you.
the other one, okay, then should be okay. Right? Okay,
Thank you,
Gavin,
madam.
but still, research. Take your time to see your friend's answer and understand it. All right?
Okay.